is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be going over my March book haul. So I have 10 books to show you guys today, so let's just jump right on into it. The first book I purchased this month is The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. This is a young adult standalone witch book. In this town, there were 3 witches that were drowned in the harbor a couple centuries ago, and now every year they come back, take over the bodies of some of the girls that live there, and to get their revenge, they drowned some of the boys there. I actually did read this one already, so I'll talk about it a little bit more in my wrap-up for this month, but I was super happy to get my hands on this when it first came out. It is a gorgeous book. I don't know if you guys can quite tell, but it actually is a little bit holographic where you can see the rainbows in the silver part. And then it is just gorgeous under the dust jacket. It has the stars and the moon, and it actually goes all the way around. My only issue with this, and this is just me, there are stars in the moon, and obviously the moon is a solid object. There is no possible way that would ever happen. I do understand they're probably doing it for the aesthetic, but gorgeous book. I also purchased The Apocalypse of Elena Mendoza. This is by Sean David Hutchinson. I have not read this one yet, however, I was very excited to pick this up. I read At the Edge of the Universe by Sean David Hutchinson at the end of 2017. Absolutely loved it. And so I was very interested in picking this one up. This follows Elena Mendoza, who is the product of a virgin birth and apparently can perform miracles. I believe this is going to have some sort of magical realism element, especially since At the Edge of the Universe did, and I was just very interested in this one. I'm hoping to get to this soon. I love the spine of this book. And then we have Fence Volume 4 by C.S. Picot and Joanna the Mad. If you have not heard of this on my channel, you have obviously not been watching my videos for very long. This is the 4th volume in this comic series, and so far I have absolutely loved them. I actually have read this one. This is the February issue, which, because I get it mailed to me, did take a little bit longer because February is a shorter month. So I did read it this month, and this is a fencing series. It follows a private boys' school that has a fencing team. And I can't say enough good things about this. Again, I will talk about it more in my wrap-up. If you have not picked this up yet, you should. I believe issue number 5 will be coming out this month. Those are the only 5 issues I have prepaid for to be shipped to me, so I'm not sure if there's going to be more after that or not, so we'll see what's going on with that soon, hopefully. And then I also have Emergency Contact. This is by Mary H.K. Choi. This one here is an ARC version. I work at Barnes & Noble, and so every so often we will get ARC versions that are sent to us that we as booksellers can pick up if it's going to be something that we think we might like. And if we do like it, then hopefully it would be something that we might suggest to customers. This is a brand new author. I have read this already, and I will talk about it more in my wrap-up. This is a contemporary story about 2 characters who have this sort of weird meetup. They say it's less meet cute and more a collision of unbearable awkwardness, and after that sort of awkward meetup, they end up texting each other, and that's sort of how their friendship and relationship grows. So I absolutely love this cover. I have not seen the finished version yet. This is going to be coming out on March 27th, so it will be coming out on Tuesday. Next, I have picked up Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the 3rd and final book in the Illuminae Files trilogy. I am quite sad about this because this has been one of my favorite series recently. I picked up the Barnes & Noble special edition. I have not taken the sticker off yet, but it is a sticker. It will come off. This one apparently has an exclusive poster, which I have not taken out yet. This is one of my favorite series. It is a sci-fi series that has action and drama and almost like horror elements as well, and romance. It has tons of things in here. I absolutely love the 1st and 2nd book, which I'm planning on doing a reread before I get to this one because I just sort of need to experience them all at once. They are thick books, but they are quite quick to read because they are all put together through dossiers and emails and IMs and security camera footage that's been transcribed. I absolutely love it. These books are beautiful. This type of storytelling is some of my favorite, and so I'm so happy that I have this. Also, these books all have gorgeous covers under the dust jacket. The dust jacket is like a plastic, and then underneath you have like words and stuff that's blacked out. I think these books are so beautiful. Then I also have The Case for Jamie by Brittany Cavallaro. This is the third and final book in the Charlotte Holmes trilogy. I read the first book and I'm on the second book right now, so I will talk about them more in my wrap-up, but I absolutely loved the first one, already owned the second one, and so this one came out this month. I had to pick it up even if I wasn't done with the second book yet. These are almost like a reimagining of Sherlock Holmes stories, except for the fact that both the main character of Jamie Watson and then Charlotte Holmes, they are descendants of the original Sherlock Holmes and John Watson, and so they are great. I've loved them so far, and so I can't wait to pick up this one. And then I picked up the paperback version of The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the fourth and final book in the Raven Cycle series, although they are going to be having the spin-off Ronin series. Don't hate me, but I have actually not read this fourth and final book yet, mostly because I was waiting for them to come out in paperback to match the rest of my set. I absolutely love this series. I don't exactly know how I've been restrained enough to not read this and then buy all the rest of them in hardcover, but I think that might have been it. I had the other three in paperback. I feel like I'll eventually get them in hardcover, but it's obviously cheaper to get this one in paperback than to get all three other ones in hardcover. But I'm so excited to have this. I've been meaning to do a reread of the first three books anyway, and now that I have the fourth one, I can just marathon them all through. I also picked up The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. This is the first book in the Wheel of Time series, and this is the Barnes & Noble like classics edition, so like they're leather-bound covers. I think these books are absolutely gorgeous. I have quite a collection of them so far, and I was meaning to pick up this series eventually. This is sort of like a fantasy classic. They're not super old, but like almost everybody's at least heard of them, and this one was on sale for $2. The Barnes & Noble Classics book like special edition series, which I think this is normally a $25 book, was on sale on clearance for $2. If I'm going to be starting the series, I think I should at least have the pretty one on my shelves. And then I have To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This is the book I received in my Shelf Love crate for this month. I will link that down below in case you're interested to see what else I got in that box. But I am in love with this cover. I had not heard about this book before I received it, but I'm so happy I did. This is supposed to be a dark Little Mermaid retelling. All I really know is that it is based off of The Little Mermaid, and it's gonna have a romance, but it's supposed to be like enemies to lovers sort of thing, because our mermaid in this is actually a siren who kills humans. So I'm very, very excited to read this. And then the last book that I picked up this month is Whispers from the Dead. This is by B.L. Brunnemer and is the fourth book in the Veil Diaries series by her. She is one of my favorite authors. I discovered her books, I believe, December of 2017. She is an indie author, so most of her books are actually in ebook form, and I do own all of her books in ebook form. However, I also like to have the hard copies of these books on my shelves, and so whenever she puts out a new one in the paper version, I will always pick that up. I actually have the first three, and right over here, if you can see it, I have the original paperback version of these books before she actually started getting more of them in paperback, so that one has like typos and that kind of thing. I absolutely love her work. I think I might do an author spotlight or something on her soon because of the fact that the fifth book in this series is supposed to be released in April, but I absolutely love this series. It is a paranormal series with some romance. Our main character, Lexi, can actually see ghosts, and there is lots of action that happens. I absolutely love this series and cannot wait for the next one, and so I just had to pick up this fourth book. And those are all the books that I bought this month. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what kind of things you are planning on reading next month. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I have new videos up every Monday and Thursday, so I will see you then. Bye!